Jeopardy! As staff has admitted they were just as shocked as fans by a contestant's devastating defeat last week. Producer Sarah Whitcomb Foss and former champ Buzzy Cohen discussed Hari Parameswaran's frustrating loss on the game show's weekly podcast. Hari, a hardware engineer at Apple from Cupertino, California, quickly became a fan favorite when he returned last month for Jeopardy's Second Chance tournament. He won the event, which opened season 40 in a pretty dominant fashion. In doing so, he nabbed a spot in the currently airing Champions Wildcard. Unfortunately, despite high expectations, October 31st episode saw him eliminated simply because his rival bet safer on a triple-stumper Final Jeopardy clue. His defeat was excruciating since he rebounded to the lead after missing a giant $7,600 daily double mid-game. This hurt, though. Foss and Buzzy discussed the game on Monday's podcast Inside Jeopardy and lamented that there was nothing Hari could have done differently. Producer Foss said, Hari and Aaron really battled it out in the Jeopardy round in Double Jeopardy, and despite losing $7,600 on a true daily double, Hari was able to fight his way back into the lead by the end of the round. Unfortunately, none of our players was able to come up with the correct response in the final, but that strategic wager from Aaron in second place allowed him to take that win. This hurt, though, because wow, Hari, to end up with that score after losing that much on a daily double. 9-time winner and 2017 Tournament of Champions victor Buzzy said his performance showed a lot of guts and grit. He also said the staff was very, very impressed by him. Hari, hold your head up high because that's a hard thing to come back from. To lose it all on a true daily double and get back into the game. It's very easy. We've seen it so many times you get in your head and you're replaying it. But Hari really did exactly the right thing, it just didn't come out his way. A lot of triple-stumper finals last week. Fans react, that's a shame. On last Tuesday's episode, Hari faced Aaron, an attorney from Toronto, Ontario, and Katie Hargrove, a professional organizer from Redondo Beach, California. He fought back from $0, getting the last daily double for $4,000, and by Final Jeopardy, Aaron had $14,000. Hari still led with $17,200, and Katie had $3,600. Host Ken Jennings complimented him, "You two were duking it out the entire round. But even with that daily double miss, Hari, you have the lead." Final Jeopardy! Under names the same read, this first name is shared by a character introduced in 1941 and a member of royalty who is sixth in line to the British throne. No one came up with the correct response of Archie, referring to the comic book Archie and Harry and Meghan's son. Katie didn't finish her response. Aaron wrote Charlotte and dropped just $3,202 to have $10,798. Hari incorrectly wrote James and wagered a giant $11,000 as his head slumped in disappointment and the crowd gasped. Fans took to Reddit thread disappointed that Hari lost on a bigger bet alone. Shame to see such a strong player as Hari, with a $22,800 Coriat lose on a triple-stumper, one person wrote. Another comment read, "This episode bummed me out a little. Hari really struck me as the strongest player, but a few key things just happened to not go his way. That's just how the game works, though."